Today we'll create vendors. Okay. Account receivable, payable, vendor accounts, master data, preparations, and define account groups. Okay. New entries, T59X, T59X,
Hello.
vendor groups, vendor groups. Save. X. Okay, vendor groups. We've created this. Now we'll go for account groups. We have already created. Now screen layout per company code. Our company code is T59. No, we don't need to actually create for company code. Okay. Next is assign number ranges for vendor accounts. We have to assign this. Okay. But first we'll have to create and see what number ranges we have. Create number ranges, intervals. And right now we have a lot of number ranges, so we will have to see because vendor management in SAP is now a little bit different. Okay. And what is that? Vendor management. First, previously, before S/4HANA, it was done through FI and MM. Okay, modules. And we need, and we have not only vendors, but customers also and employees as well. So we had to create um, employees separately, customers separately, and vendors separately in previous versions. Okay, in previous versions. In SAP S/4HANA, the creation of all these parties is now centralized. Okay, centralized means that all customers, vendors, employees are made from one location, one source, that is cross application components. Now, what are components? Components are employees, customers, vendors, and cross application means it is cross modular. Across all the modules, we can create all these components or parties from one location. Okay. So for that, the procedure is quite simple. You actually create a vendor group like T59X, or you can create local vendor or raw material vendor, or you can create foreign vendor, okay, or bank vendors, whatever. Okay, that is up to your discretion. Once we have created this as just an as example for understanding. Okay, we can segregate according to our business requirements. So once vendor group is made, this is being made in FI. Okay, and again in FI, what we'll do is create number ranges. Then this is the first part. Okay, this is the first first part in FI. Second part is in cross application components. There we create not vendor groups but account groupings. Okay. And next is number ranges. Number ranges in FI will have a checkbox of external. Okay. And that has to be checked. Okay. That is checked. Why? Because by external, it means that it will not be created in FI, but it will be created outside of FI. That is cross application components. That's why it will be checked. Okay. And if you see over here, there is a checkbox for external. Okay. And also, number ranges over here should match number ranges of cross application components. This is a task you have to maintain. Okay. Now let's go and check cross application components. Cross application components, and we have SAP Business Partner in cross application components, and we have business partner basic settings, number ranges and groupings. Define number ranges, but before we actually define, we will have to see, okay, which number ranges are matching. Okay, define number ranges, intervals. Okay, over here we don't need external because this is already cross application component, a centralized unit which creates the business partners. So it is not customers or vendors or employees, it is called business partners when it comes to centralized cross application components. Now, over here, we'll have to see, for example, 70100 AS, 799, 70100. Do we see 100, 799, 70109 is the latest one, 7010. So we can actually, okay, 700, 799, but it's not external. This is the problem. Okay, this is a major problem. Okay, and of course the code is also not the same, it's 12. Okay, let's find someone else. Okay, make it easier, let's check 100, 1601, 1060. It's all mixed up. This is the problem when 601 is not there. 311, 311, 311, 311, no, 311, 501, 600, 501. One two zero. No, we cannot find anything. Okay. 300, 100, 300, 100. I think we've got one. 300, 100. Yeah, okay. Business partner 3049, 300, 100. This is not also not external problem. Okay, 311, 312, 311, 312. 311, 312, 311, 312. Okay, this is workable. B2, okay, and B2. Okay, this is good. This is external, plus this is also available in business partner. Okay, so B2 will be our target. Okay, define groupings. New entries, T59X, same thing, but this is grouping. T59X, grouping. Grouping number range will be B2. Okay, enter. This is happening in central cross application components. Okay, okay. Now this is B2 in FI vendor. Okay, this is FI. Okay, for vendor accounts. Assign number range to account groups, and over here T59X. Over here we will assign B2. Now it is synchronized. Save, save. So both FI and central application component are now synchronized. But next is this part. Number engine groupings are done, basic settings are done, and we have another part which is master data synchronization. This is another part. Okay. Master data synchronization, we have customer vendor integration. Now, what is customer vendor integration? Customer vendor integration is nothing but FI plus cross application component integration. Okay, where account group of FI is attached with grouping of CAC, some cross application component. Okay, and business partner settings, settings for vendor integration, define BP role for direction vendor to BP. No, not this one. Set BP role category. No, just a second. I'll explain this also. This also. Field assignment. Assign keys. Direction BP to vendor. Let's see whether this one or this one. Yeah, this one. So new entries T59X and T59X. Okay, this is grouping. This is account group. This is coming from FI. This is coming from cross application components and same numbers. Numbers ranges of this will match with number ranges of this. That's why we make it same numbers. Save. Okay. Now we are done. Okay. And BP role, let me tell you this. Business partner FI vendor will be created under this category defined in cross application component. Okay. Business partner vendor, FI vendor under this, business partner vendor under this category. Now, these categories are defined by SAP itself. Okay. And, oh, we don't need this right now. Okay. Now we are done. We can go and check for front end. BP is the transaction code. Okay. Now, organization. Business partner general, and grouping will be T59X, the one we made. UQRST9 T59X. Now you know how we are doing it. Yeah. So let's say Shalor. trading and supplies. Now, search term is a very important part. Whenever you have to process or include a vendor, you have to search for vendor. Okay. So what we'll do, we'll give the coding T59X shell or T59X. Okay. Country AE, and the other thing is language, English. Okay. And right now it's just generalized, generalized. Now, this is generalized, not FI vendor yet, because this is just generalized because it just took the name, search terms, and country and in language. That's it. Okay. Now, switch between display and change. I can change it, but now I will go and create FI vendor. Now, relationship will turn into company code. You see? Now, company code is T59X. Over here, it will require a reconciliation account. For that, we'll go to liabilities. Do we have a reconciliation account? No, we don't have right now, but T59X recon accounts. Yes, we do have recon accounts. Local vendor 60,000. Copy and paste. Enter. Purchase order is the sort key. Now, this sort key basically serves like an element, a very important, vital element for reconciliation. And we are basing purchase order to be the deciding factor to reconcile vendor invoices with payments and with GRIR, that is material document. Okay. Save. And you see, this is external coming from that external check we created in FI. Now your vendor is created. Switch between display and change. From the same screen, what I'll do, switch between display and change. Generalized data? No. Now I want to go into vendor. Vendor standard. Vendor. Yeah. Vendor standard. And it will change or require some more like 3595 postal code city by okay. And what else? And over here we don't have company code now because in vendor we are dealing with purchasing. You go to purchasing. Now it will not require company code, it will require purchasing organization, which is working under plant. So we don't have a purchase organization. We'll create a purchase organization. Okay. SPRO. Enterprise structure. Definition. Logistics. Plant. Define plant. T59X. We have plant already. Material management, purchase organization. We don't have that. T59X. T59X. Which is org. Save. Next. Assignment. Purchase organization to plant. T59X. Plant is T59X. Save. Save. Okay, now we can write T59X. Okay, payment terms 0001. GR-based invoice verification. When goods will be received, it will be received against invoice, and invoice will be verified. Purchasing group, we don't have that yet right now. And schema group for calculation schema, this is for vendors. We'll just, because this is mandatory with a star. It will create automatic PO, yes, and save. Okay, now the same business partner 311030 is your switch between display and change first, and then I'll show you. So we have generalized business partner, FI vendor, and vendor standard under the same code. Now it is centralized. You see, this is the beauty that you actually achieve it through same transaction code without going anywhere in any module. And this is how you create a vendor.